Hey guys, it's Banana Luck here and welcome back to another video. So I just got back from a holiday, so I'll be posting a bunch of videos to try to fulfill the content creator requests to get some diamonds, and of course that will go to summoning. So you've seen from the last few weeks, summoning hasn't been too great. We hit PD for the 4th time, and yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. But let's get on to the video. So today I'll be taking a look at Zilitu, actually the first ever legendary unit that I ever got. And as you can see from the video preview, she's fighting the guild boss dragon, and that's exactly where she really shines, you know, guild boss. So Zilitu is from the infernal faction, and in case you didn't know, the infernal faction is one of the most common lineups when it comes to guild boss because of this special skill where, you know, when they cast their ulti, both lots, all the units will actually target the marked unit together. So if we take a look at Pyros here, his ulti, when activated, increases his damage by 60% and marks one target in range, and then everyone just does 700% damage altogether. So this is where Zilitu really shines, and as well as when you pair with Nocturne, Pax, so on and so forth, and even better with Twin Fiend at A1 because he gets that 25% penetration for both magical and physical damage. So that's why you see the Guild Boss Dragon in her video preview. But of course, Zilitu is used almost anywhere as well, like anywhere else. We have her most commonly used amongst a lot of the campaigns. Throughout my first, I think, 7 chapters, Zilitu pretty much carried the entire game. Whenever there were big boss units that I needed to fight, Zilitu was gonna be the main damage dealer until I had Silas come through. So let's take a look at her gear now, her skill sets now. So we talk about her faction, who she's good with, but her skills will be even more interesting. But before that, let's dive into her range. So we can see that she has the same range as Arrogance, and also pretty decent attack and HP. I think it's about average, and the cost at 18, that's pretty much the standard as well. So if you look at her skills here, her ultimate, this is where she really shines. That way to actually see the range here. But basically, the Tau actually increases when she activates her ulti, and she actually deals 380% extra damage in a larger range, inflicting burning every time she hits a unit. And this effect is actually increased by 1 second for every kill she makes during the skill. And then you have, this is her basic attack, and you can see that 110% damage to one enemy, including airborne units, and 120% at max. So she's one of the unique fighters that can actually take range units. So she might come in handy if you don't have an extra DPS for Gear Rate 3, for example, which I did use her until I had Silas and Spectrum coming up. And then this one, this is the unique skill set that she has that makes her such a beast, especially in Guild Boss. So each attack actually deals extra 40% true damage, and at max this is gonna go up to 60% if the target's HP is higher than 80%. So if I'm not wrong, in Guild Boss, her attacks will always count as the targets having more than 80% HP because the Guild Boss just doesn't, his HP just doesn't go down, it's unlimited. So if I'm not wrong, Soul Siphoning works there, which is why she's such an absolute beast there. And then we have this Empress Might, so she basically charges when she's not attacking, and then, you know, every second that she charges, it collates the damage, and this goes up to, if I'm not wrong, 5%. So at max skill that is 10%, and that will go up to 50%. And the charge energy will be consumed in 1 second, and the damage increase will end. So this is how it works. So you can tell that Zilitu is really just all-in single target, but because of how versatile she is with her magic damage type, She's used almost in all parts of the campaign because most units are not that resistant to magic damage, and even those big units with like the big shields, they also get shredded by Zilitu. And her awakenings, I have her at A2. I tried pulling for Zilitu this weekend but didn't have much luck, but I'm fine with her at A2. So A1 decreases the HP requirement for the extra true attack that I was talking about just now. And then A2 increases her crit damage. A3 increases her out by 10 seconds. And A4 is just rage regen every time she attacks. And then this one is just lifesteal in a sense when she consumes that charge that she gains while not attacking. So I'll say that putting her at A3 is more or less good enough, but to be honest, it's much more important to have a Pyros or Twin Fiend, which I don't, which is why I find that my guild boss damage is kind of lacking. So this is Zilitu, and that's her skill set, and maybe let's just see some of the areas that she really shines. So we did a video recently regarding faction trials, and I think there was one guy asking me, oh no, I don't have Zilitu, how do I actually pass this? And I thought hard about it for a while, and Zilitu is really the MVP here because most of the mobs here are not that magic, don't have that high of a magic resistance. You can see all of them have very low magic resistance, which is why Zilitu really shines here. If you don't have Zilitu, then you probably need like Vienna, Zealous, Iona to, you know, work this out. So let's just look at one of our auto fights and see how Zilitu just shreds the big dragon that pops up. So I pop in Vienna first, just so that I can clear these two mobs. And then once that happens, Zilitu is down, and see her shredding this mob. And then there'll be other two coming out, Zilitu is gonna shred them as well. Even without Vienna, she's gonna one-hit them. And we have Zealous here just clearing the rest of the mobs so that I have an optimized run. Dimitri is about to walk out of the area, and this is where we will actually kill him. And you're gonna see Zilitu shred Dimitri with Silas over here. There we go. So this run is pretty much over. We've cleared everything, and we'll just take a look at how much damage Zilitu actually dealt. You can see the last bit here, she's not actually even doing anything because she's not in range anymore. But you get the point. You can see Zilitu did 2.4 million damage, even though he was only hitting the tiles in the middle. Of course, Zealous and Vienna did much more damage because they were carrying the big fat golems that were at the end. So considering that, you know, compared to Silas, she really did a lot more work. And I think this is one of the areas that she really shines when clearing the ground mobs that are moving, not counting the big golems that are just standing guard there. And other places that I'll use her is, I think, the fighter promotion rate. I think that's another area where she really shines. And I'll just show you guys which one was it. I think it was this one, yep, correct. Let's go with this. I'm not gonna do an auto run here because I just want to showcase Zilitu's range here. Why she's really good. You can see that right now her range is like that. But with the out, it's gonna increase much more. So this is why I feel that she really shines, because in the beginning, my Abomination corridor wasn't hitting very hard, my Wrath as well, so Zilitu pretty much carried by taking all 3 lanes herself. And then I just had Abomination clear out one by himself. So I feel that this is where in a lot of the campaigns Zilitu really shines, because you can just plop another tanker right next to her and she will actually be helping to just slaughter the enemies while the defender is blocking. So that's the promotion, fighter promotion. And of course, artifact material rate, she really shines here as well. So But the problem is that her HP is not high enough, so in my final speed run, I don't actually have Zilitu out that soon. In fact, I have her all the way at the end. Not really optimal. Do I even have her? No, I don't think I even spawned her here, sorry.
The fight continues.
So this is the wrong run. Should probably show you guys the one with Zilitu. Let me just look for it. I think it was probably 16 where I used. Let's see. No, I don't think I used it. Okay, I used her for a bit here. Let's see how that goes. You can see I spawned her last, but even then, I'm quite sure that she's gonna deal considerable amount of damage here, given that she does magic. Yep, 1 million, even though she's the last to be placed in, versus Wrath and Abomination, which was placed from the start, and of course Silas was first unit that we placed down, so no surprise there. But this is another area where I think Zilitu really shines, and you can see that we're just singing praises for her non-stop. She's just good everywhere, and of course we have her in Guild Wars as well, but I don't actually have any runs with Zilitu at the moment, because I removed her, but I'll just show you guys how she fares. And let's see who I can remove here actually. Let's remove Nocturne. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna be 4 units here, but let's try to work this out anyways. We're just gonna plot Dolores down first.
Dance with me.
Valeriya.
My claymore. Feeling and despair.
Our Mason Magma is ready to kill. You shall all vanish.
For a mother.
Just gonna get a maximum speed bonus here. And just gonna put... Okay, there we go. So Zilitu's out is normally up most of the time, so I'm gonna pop it first. Pardon me guys, I'm just gonna do a run here and you know, show you guys how she works. It's of course not as good without Pyros, but still gonna be decent enough. Valeriya might just die here actually. Yep, she's gonna die. And I'm just gonna stop here and show you guys the amount of damage that she does. So yeah, 3 million damage. She's not geared with the best stuff yet, and she doesn't have Pyros, but considering that I do have Valeriya and Silas in very good gear, she still does very decent damage, and I think with her Pyros even more so, but unfortunately I don't have him, so I can't showcase that. But I think you guys get the idea. Zilitu just really shines across the board, and I was just insanely lucky to get her from the get-go. And in terms of gear sets that I'll put her in, I think right now I don't have her in any gear sets, but at some point I did put her in a Night Terror banger. Infernal is great too, and I think Ageless Wrath is pretty decent as well. Of course you need to aim for 50% attack bonus across all, 100% crit rate, crit damage, and then as much attack speed as you can, because she's not from the Nightmare faction, so she doesn't benefit from the attack speed bonus. But that's it for the video guys. I've gone on pretty long enough, but just wanted to showcase Zilitu, my first ever legendary, and you know, where she fares, and you know, what she does well in, and how you should actually be building her. So you can see as well in skill up, I was sorry, pretty lucky. I actually got her ultimate max pretty early on, so I didn't bother to put in anything else for her. But I'm sure the other skill ups will really boost her damage as well. But that's it for the video guys. If you have any questions about Zilitu, just feel free to leave it down below. She's just a really versatile fighter that excels in almost every area. It's just a pity that I don't have Pyros to really help her shine in Guild Wars. But that's it for the video guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.